What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the pre-patch that's coming to Classic WoW, the TBC pre-patch, and how you can make gold easily, like today if you're NA, or tomorrow if you're EU, because the pre-patch goes live today for NA and tomorrow for EU. And with that, the auction house will also be brought back to life. If in case you missed out, the auction house was closed a couple of days ago in preparations of the pre-patch. So that's what the main focus on this video is going to be about. So before we jump into the video, I do want to mention that you guys can get the complete gold guide for Classic TBC. It's nearly 100 pages long, and I'm going to constantly update the guide so you guys always get the best and most relevant gold farms in TBC Classic. There's also a list in the guide of the investments that I've made for TBC. And those investments are investments that I'm going to take with me, into most of them at least, into the expansion itself. And the reason why that is because with TBC comes a lot of inflation. So normally most investments you want to keep until TBC just because there's way more gold in the game. Like you get more gold when you're killing mobs, you get more gold when you're completing quests. I think if you level by dungeon and then you go back at level 70 to do the quests, you get like roughly 1,000 gold each zone. It's something really, really sick. So due to inflation, buying up random shit now, like that will be in demand in TBC as well, is going to net you way more gold selling it off in TBC. But this video is specifically for the pre-patch and like short-term investments. So make sure to check out the guide, which you can get for 50% off. Just make sure you use the code TBC, link down below. So the first thing we're going to talk about, it might be an obvious one, but it might not be that obvious if you haven't played lately or done any research on the TBC pre-patch. And that is, with the arrival of the TBC pre-patch, people will be able to buy Grand Marshal items with basically just honor, like the new honor system, and marks of honor. So you can just buy Grand Marshal, there's no ranks needed. And there's going to be so many people doing this. People catching up with alts, people buying level 58 boosts. They want to have the Grand Marshal weapons like to get ready for TBC. So people are going to need a lot of enchants, specifically the Crusader enchant. So whenever the auction house goes up on your realm, buying the Righteous Orbs that goes up on the auction house, and maybe even large Brilliant Shards, is going to net you a lot of gold. But make sure though, with all of these items that I will mention now, that you don't overpay for them. Because if there's none on the auction house and some clown just posts Righteous Orb for like 50 gold each, like obviously you're not going to make any good deals. But if you know your realm's economy and you know how much they normally go for, you can make an absolute killing doing this. So Righteous Orb and other basically enchanting materials that it's needed for the Bis enchants in Classic right now. If you buy those early on when the auction house goes up, you'll make a lot of gold. And together with that, the rest of them is just on the new professions and people leveling up professions in general. So you have, for instance, you can buy a bunch of the ore because people will prospect the ore to level up jewel crafting. So make sure you buy a lot of ore on the auction house. You also need bars, like Torian bars for jewel crafting, blacksmithing, and engineering. People will definitely come back and change professions, level up professions in order to get ready for TBC. But also Mithril bars, which is used for Mithril spurs to level up. So definitely keep that in mind. Also, stuff that doesn't make, that's not super obvious is other items like the heavy stones, which is also needed for jewel crafting, engineering, and blacksmithing. That's why I'm focusing on these items, because they're not needed for just one profession, but they're needed for a ton of professions. So you have the people that want to level jewel crafting, but also people that comes back to the game when they change profession, or maybe they never really got around to maxing out their profession, so they need these items for to level up something like engineering and also blacksmithing. So those are like my tips for today if you play NA, and tomorrow if you play EU, to look out for those items specifically. But also just if you have TSM and you can see the average price of items, just buy every material that is needed in like a standard leveling guide on Wowhead. Buy it up and just sell it for way more when people start crowding into the pre-patch and TBC. So keep that in mind. Be early, make sure you don't overpay for anything. And if you guys got any questions whatsoever, just leave them down below in the comment section, and I'm going to do my absolute best to answer every single one of them. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.